This is CNN Breaking News.
Hey guys, what's going on? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm on. Hey guys, what's up? Spyro Kid here. Today we're playing Legend of Dragoon Endurance Mode Part 12. How are all of you today? I'm doing pretty good. We'll start Legend Dragoon in just a moment, but first I want to update you on the news that caused me to go off the stream because I had to cover it on my Facebook news page for the town and whatnot. What I had to go off for was because an entire village of Linton was caught on fire and is probably partly destroyed at this point. So let's take a look at what's going on here right now. The headline: evacuees, emergency officials working to account for residents after a fire tear through Linton, BC. Finding residents is proving challenging after families fled in every direction, officials say. Look at these pictures. A lot of the village just completely on fire. Dozens of families forced to flee their homes in a small BC village as fire raged through the area are working Thursday to find loved ones scattered in the evacuations as emergency officials scramble to account for everybody in the community. At least 200 people living in Linton, BC, about 260 kilometers northeast of Vancouver, were forced to run from their homes with little to no notice Wednesday, racing out of town in every direction as smoke and flames swallowed in the community. Online community groups were filled with posts from people desperate for information about family, friends, and pets left behind. The Thompson-Nicola Regional District said the challenge Thursday will be trying to account for residents and connect them with their families. We are receiving calls from people looking for family loved ones as well, and it's really hard because power outages and cell phone towers being down, but we're working on that. Scott Hildebrand, Chief Administrator Office with the district, told CBC by phone early Thursday. Excuse me. That's one of our challenges right now, is that we've had people leave in all different directions. Let's take a look at some video, and by the way, this article is by CBC. Is there any sound to this? Sec here. There we go, there it is. Just look at that video. By the way, Lytton's about like 100 kilometers south of where I live. That's the video right there. Just give me a sec. I gotta sit on my screen here. Sorry for that. Computer is a little bit laggy for some reason. Just give me a sec here. What's going on here? Apologies for the technical difficulties here, just give me a sec. Okay, let me adjust the camera here then. Okay. Alright, how about we just go back to this here? Just pause that for now. The whole town is on fire. Mayor Jan Polderman says he told everyone to leave Linton Wednesday evening as a fire rapidly spread into the community. He signed the official evacuation order at 6 p.m. Pacific. "It's dire. The whole town was on fire," Polderman told CBC News Wednesday. "It took like a whole 15 minutes for the first sign of smoke to all of a sudden there being fire everywhere." The community of Lillooet, north of Lytton, took in dozens of evacuees through the evening. A district representative said Thursday they had an official count of 188 people, but the number was likely higher, as many evacuees had not formally registered. Other evacuees sought refuge in the nearby community of Boston Bar or at a reception center in Merritt to the east. The latter could not provide an official head count, but said it was in the double digits. MP Brad Viss, who represents Mission, Matsqui, Fraser Canyon, said he heard from constituents Wednesday who lost their homes and were separated from loved ones. "What I've been told is that the situation is dire and the authorities are trying to account for everyone," Viss told CBC late Wednesday, urging evacuees to register with an evacuation center to help authorities with their count. Officials suspect a train caused delays. Finding accommodations for evacuees have proved difficult. The fire broke out on the eve of the first major long weekend of the summer, with British Columbians traveling again under loosened pandemic restrictions already having booked up many rooms in town. "We are struggling with capacity," said Hildebrand. I'll just let this play because I appear to be having problems on my stream so far. Just give me a sec here.
From Lytton. Well, you know, our producers have been talking to people who fled from Lytton, and they tell us that it just had one fire truck, but you know, it never had a chance. This encroached on them so quickly. It happened earlier this evening, 15 minutes after smelling smoke. The entire village was engulfed, according to the mayor. Here is Jan Polderman.
The whole town is on fire. I've ordered the town evacuated, and I've told everyone as I was leaving town to leave. It took like a whole 15 minutes from, you know, the first sign of smoke to all of a sudden there being fire, you know, everywhere.
We're hearing of just a chaotic run to cars, people just sort of not even having time to really get their heads around what they needed. They just needed to get.
Okay, that didn't work out after all. Alright, what's going on here? I'm sorry for the technical difficulties here.
Time to really get their heads around what they needed. They just needed to get out. They knew that there was this urgency, this wall of fire and smoke. So some people, I mean, they've dispersed widely. So some people have gone to Lillooet, some people have gone to Merritt. We're hearing of welcome centers being set up in some of those towns for fire evacuees. And you know, this is just one of 40, more than 41 fires which have been burning in the province. And we know that at least 26 of them, they started in the last 2 days, all coming out of this heat dome. And it's not the only thing that the province is contending with. I mean, if you look at the map of flood watches, it's a patchwork of flood warnings and sort of flood watches because of the extreme heat temperatures also created an alpine melt. So rivers are bloated with runoff from mountains. And, you know, this heat also created such intense conditions. Much of the interior is a tinderbox. And I just reached out to UBC professor Dr. Lori Daniels, who, of course, she studies forests and wildfires. I asked her for her thoughts on this because I had spoken to her at the beginning of the heat dome. And a lot of the things that she talked about have now come to fruition. All of her fears that this was going to create that tinderbox, that this fire season was starting too early. So I'll just read out to you what she just texted me. She says, "I'm heartbroken for the community of Lytton, hoping for the best, but extremely worried based on eyewitness reports and the speed with which the fire spread into town." She's also very worried about another fire that is near Kamloops, the Sparks Lake fire, and its rapid spread causing evacuation alerts. Indeed, we have been reporting on that throughout the day. And, you know, she says these are extremely difficult weather conditions for wildland, for firefighters. Heat exhaustion must be top of mind as they fight these fires in record heat conditions. She says, you know, the fire season has begun with full force, and she just urges people to be fire smart. Of course, earlier today, a campfire ban came in, so that helps for people, but not necessarily for nature. It has other ideas. This is lightning strikes in these types of conditions, plus the wind. It's just a recipe for disaster right now, Ian.
All right, Katie, thank you very much. And there's still a lot of very important basic details that we're working to find out. Things like what is happening right now in the village of Lytton, and where are the people who live there. And, they've gone north and south on the highway, some of them stopping in the nearest town, some of them keep on going. So we'll just see. And I know you'll continue to work the phones, as is Anita Bath here in our newsroom. Katie, thank you very much.
It's pretty devastating. Let's look at another video here.
We do begin with the latest on a wildfire disaster in British Columbia. It's in the community of Lytton, the place that just recorded the 3 hottest days ever in this country.
Those ones are just
Excuse me, it's missing.
the whole village is going.
The whole town is on fire. I've ordered the town evacuated, and I've told everyone as I was leaving town.
Let me reset it here.
We do begin with the latest on a wildfire disaster in British Columbia. It's in the community of Lytton, the place that just recorded the 3 hottest days ever in this country.
Those ones are just gone. The whole village is going.
The whole town is on fire. I've ordered the town evacuated, and I've told everyone as I was leaving town to leave. It took like a whole 15 minutes from the first sign of smoke to all of a sudden there being fire, everywhere.
Well, that was the Lytton mayor speaking with CBC News last night, and he tells us wind-driven wildfire raced in the community in minutes, the flames coming in a wall a meter high. Susana De Silva tells us people who had just made it through days of temperatures topping 49 degrees have had to flee with what they could carry.
Jake said it's coming this way, fast. Let's get out of here.
Well, stories are emerging of frantic moments in the village of Lytton as they only had minutes to get out from the moment that people first saw that first sign of smoke to the time that they were seeing fire destroying buildings in the community. Some of them say they had less than 10 minutes, barely enough time to get themselves out, let alone family pets that were left behind, mementos, photographs, things that people had to leave behind as they all had to scramble to get out of that community. And those forced to flee headed into whichever community that they were able to get. We've heard about people heading into Boston Bar, heading into Lillooet, into Merritt. In Lillooet, we understand that that community quickly rushed to help those arriving, shocked still about what they had just seen happen in their community, bringing them water, food, whatever they could do to try to help. There has been an evacuation center set up in the community of Merritt. People are being asked, even if they aren't going to stay there, to register so that they can keep track of the people who are in that community, ensure that everyone did in fact get out safely. Now, of course, forest fires have been the fear here in this province as it has been gripped by record-breaking temperatures, and nowhere more record-breaking than in the community of Lytton, which set records for the entire country for the hottest ever 3 days in a row. So some of the perhaps driest conditions that community has ever seen. There had already been a fire burning near that community for a number of days. It's not clear what has caused this new fire, but everyone's saying winds that were blowing at the time about 70 kilometers an hour whipped up that fire so quickly people were left scrambling. But there are a number of fires burning right now throughout the province. Dozens have been set in just the last couple of days, and overnight there were lightning strikes and expected to be many more starts over the next few hours. Susana De Silva, CBC News, Hope.
Yeah, it's really a it's really crazy situation down there. You've had 250 people evacuated from their homes because of a wildfire that was started from a simple spark from a train, and this is amid record-breaking temperatures they've never seen in over a century, or even by their records, which started back in the early 1900s. And this has to all do with climate change, creating this heat dome. Let's take a look at this one here.
If you're feeling the unprecedented heat in Canada right now, you're probably wondering why. Why is this happening? It's a heat dome, and that's standard for summer, but there are 4 main ingredients to why this pressure cooker is breaking records. First, recent storms in the Western Pacific. That created a wave in this atmospheric conveyor belt called the jet stream. And look at this movement of water vapor from space. You can see once that wave got to BC, it parked itself there, ushering in moisture, giving BC a humidity it usually doesn't feel. The effect was also felt far higher, melting snow and ice on the tops of our highest mountains. So that's hot. It gets hotter with thermal lows. When it's hot enough, rapidly rising air causes low pressure on the ground. Winds move from high to low, so that hot air rushes towards the coast, racing down our mountains. If you've heard of Chinooks, it's the same principle. Third, cooking time. This weather pattern got locked in place, allowing hot air to keep mixing down, making every day hotter than the next. The final ingredient, time of the year. It's June, meaning a higher sun angle and more hours of the day, but also it's what's not here this time of the year. Smoke from forest fire season would actually have helped dissipate the rays from the sun. So what does all of this have to do with climate change? Well, remember the jet stream? Normally it looks like this, helping to keep weather patterns moving around the world. But now it's even wavier, and that leads to weather events lasting longer and moving slower. As climate change rapidly warms the Arctic, it's making that warp worse. The temperature difference between the north and the south is getting smaller, and it's that difference that fuels the speed of the jet stream. We know that climate change is also moving the baseline. As average temperatures go up, it means these extreme weather events we're feeling are going to be back, stronger and more often. Johanna Wagstaff, CBC News, Vancouver.
It's just, it's just really devastating on what we're going to be facing for the next couple of decades. More erratic weather, all due to climate change. Governments and corporations, they've done hardly anything to stop this from happening. It's quite sad. I don't know. I'm just a little bit confused by my camera here. Use that. Maybe that'll be fine. Okay, reading more. Okay, the Lytton area endured the highest temperature ever seen in Canada on 3 consecutive days last week. The village topped out at 49.6 degrees Celsius on Tuesday as an unprecedented heat wave baked Western Canada. Hildebrand said officials have a suspicion as to what caused the fire. It's still not confirmed, but it appears a train may have sparked the blaze, he told CBC, and within minutes to an hour the village was on fire. Hildebrand said many were forced out of their homes even before the mayor signed the official evacuation order at 6 p.m. Video captured by residents rushing out of town showed numerous buildings on fire in every direction. Later Wednesday night, residents of another 87 properties to the north of Lytton were ordered to leave home as well. 2 other wildfires in the area, winds of up to 71 kilometers per hour, pushed the fire north into the community as of 7 p.m. Pacific, according to CBC meteorologist Johanna Wagstaff. She said that the hot and dry windy conditions in the area could mean the fire is moving at 10 or even 20 kilometers per hour. Another spokesperson for the regional district said about 1,000 people in First Nations communities may have also been ordered to evacuate, but it was hard to get in contact with their local governments. Firefighters were already dealing with at least 2 other wildfires in the area when the latest fire moved in on Lytton. The George Road wildfire burning south of Lytton was last estimated to be 350 hectares at 7:59 Pacific, and the nearby Conti Creek fire was estimated to be at 1.5 hectares. Yeah, just a crazy situation. It reminds me when I had to evacuate. Fortunately, the town was not burned to the ground like Lytton was, but I kind of get how people feel, but they were feeling it a lot more worse than probably all of us did here because, you know, half of their town has been destroyed at this point. It's very sad. Alright, with that out of the way, let's turn to today's Reuters headlines. Today's world headlines from Reuters TV.
Reuters TV. Here are your top stories.
A Trump Organization executive surrenders to investigators.
Bill Cosby is released from prison after his sexual assault conviction is overturned.
Is this teen Nigeria's next boxing champion?
We don't don't want this for 30 minutes. We want it for 5 minutes. Excuse me.
Reuters TV. Here are your top stories.
A Trump Organization executive surrenders to investigators.
This is Reuters Now.
The Trump Organization's longtime chief financial officer surrendered to authorities Thursday morning. CFO Alan Weisselberg was seen entering the building housing the Manhattan District Attorney's office. Weisselberg and the Trump Organization are expected to face criminal charges in a probe by Manhattan DA Cyrus Vance. People familiar with the case told Reuters Thursday's charges focus on allegations Weisselberg and other executives received corporate perks and benefits, such as rent-free apartments and leased cars, without reporting them on their tax returns. Trump himself is not expected to be charged, though prosecutors have said their probe into his company is continuing.
Well, we're very proud of our company. We've built one of the great real estate companies of the world.
In a statement, the Trump Organization accused prosecutors of using Weisselberg as a pawn to go after the former president. Charges could increase pressure on Weisselberg to cooperate with the investigation, which he has resisted. Weisselberg's cooperation could be crucial in a future case against his longtime boss.
On this vote, the yeas are 222 and the nays are 190. The resolution is adopted.
The U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday approved the creation of a new Democratic Majority Select Committee to probe the January 6th attack on the Capitol by a pro-Trump mob. Just 2 Republicans, Representatives Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, voted for the panel. The move by the House comes after Senate Republicans in May blocked an independent commission. Before the vote, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said he hopes the committee can get to the bottom of what led to the deadly riot.
I hope we can begin to uncover exactly what happened and take responsible steps to prevent the events of January 6th from reoccurring. And yes, find out who is responsible.
On January 6th, hundreds of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol in an unsuccessful attempt to stop Congress from certifying Democrat Joe Biden's presidential election win over his Republican rival. The violence left 5 dead, including a Capitol police officer. The House voted earlier this year to impeach Trump for inciting the mob, but the Senate acquitted him. The January 6 panel will have subpoena power, presumably allowing it to call Trump as a witness. Republican leaders have not said whether the party will participate. The Select Committee plan calls for Pelosi to appoint the panel's chairman and all 13 members, although 5 members would be selected by the Speaker after consultation with House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy. The resolution gives no deadline for finishing the probe, meaning it could spill out into next year, when 2022 midterm elections will determine control of Congress.
Some residents in Moscow are gearing up to get their 3rd COVID-19 vaccination shot, as Russia becomes one of the first countries in the world to begin revaccination. The country's health ministry recommended on Wednesday that clinics begin giving booster doses to people vaccinated more than 6 months ago. Russian officials are scrambling to contain a surge in cases blamed on the highly infectious Delta variant. The health ministry called the campaign an emergency measure as coronavirus cases in Russia sharply rise and vaccination rates remain low. Muscovites had mixed opinions.
I think it's better to get vaccinated than to tighten the restrictions. Otherwise our economy will collapse and then there will be nothing to save. It makes no sense.
Many people don't get the flu vaccine either. Everyone should have their own opinion. Everyone is responsible for their own health and does whatever is right for them. I believe this shouldn't be done under pressure.
Russia has
I think we're way too past that point. Sorry to say.
Vaccination program in January. That's in part because of widespread distrust of the shot, even as the country developed its own vaccines. Scientists behind the Sputnik V shot had previously said that protection lasts much longer than 6 months, maintained by memory cells. However, scientists have also recommended booster doses to keep the number of protective antibodies in the body at a high level, considering the rapid spread of the Delta variant.
You're up to date. Check back later as stories develop.
Alright, that was today's Reuters headlines for the top stories. Let's get into Legend of Dragoon. Let's take a break from all this breaking news. Alright, what's going on with this? Alright, last time, before we were interrupted by the breaking news from Lytton, we are grinding. So far, I have to get Albert's additions and Dragoon level maxed out. Other than that, I can use any character I want right now. And once Albert's stats have been maxed out, we'll spam Demon's Gate, Rose's Demon's Gate, to get that XP faster. This guy. I don't know if we'll be able to destroy this thing. Yeah, let's just get out of here. This is not gonna work. Oh, but I do have to adjust slot 2. There we go. Oh, not this crap again. There we go. Wonder what affects the escape rate anyway. Oops. Why am I always getting you? Go away! A producer, my own producer. Okay. If it wasn't for the stun and the HP regen, I could have taken him on, but with my rules, it's just not good. Go away! There we go. Ooh. Go, Albert.
Catastrophe Zero PHE Games. How did you get your stream set up like this? Catastrophe Zero PHE Games. It's crazy.
Hello, Catastrophe Games. How are ya? Welcome to the stream. What are you up to? Oh, it's a long, complicated story. Perhaps if you ask me about one thing at a time. Other than that, enjoyed the show. What are you up to? Let's see here.
Catastrophe Zero PHE Games. Not
nice.
Just eating some burritos.
Ah, nice. Must be good burritos. Had some pizza earlier. Not the healthiest thing, but whatever.
Catastrophe Zero PHE Games. Pizza's great.
Yeah. I got myself some pepperoni.
Catastrophe 0 PHE games. Think the coolest thing is the enemy stats and the character stats.
Yeah, that's all part of a feature called Reader Mode. It creates text files and also a little custom screen that you can customize. And this can all be put on a live streaming program, which I'm using right now. But you can also use the live streaming thingy to create your own game screen, full screen. Oh shit.
Catastrophe 0 PHE games. That's cool.
Yeah. I hope this guy doesn't run away. After this battle is done, I'll let you pick the two characters, see? I gotta keep Albert in so I can grind the rest of his stats up.
Catastrophe 0 PHE games. Are you aware that the word DMN is set in your moderation settings?
Yeah, I know. That's pretty much for everyone. I like my chat clean, except for people that I actually know, because I don't... It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how to describe, like, I don't want anyone that I don't know breaking the rules on my thingamajigger, on my chat, unless I know them, because I know that they won't get out of hand.
PHE games. Oh, alright. Wolf's Tail. Just joined in. I keep hearing this strange banging / breathing static noise. Is that normal?
Hey Wolf's Tail, how are ya? Welcome to the stream. What are you up to? That's just my mic, and it's on an automatic, whatchamacallit. Just give me a sec here. There we go. Yeah, that's just my mic. I have my air conditioner on right now, and there's an automatic volume thing. I'll try to open up, raise the volume for which it will actually let the sound in. Testing. Hopefully that'll be good, and you guys can hear me. Just let me know, okay? Welcome, Wolf's Tail. How are ya? Okay, since Wolf's Tail, since you're here, Wolf's Tail and Catastrophe.
Sounds bit better.
Wolf's Tail and Catastrophe games, both of you get to pick one character. Who would you like here? Doesn't really matter who you choose. I gotta keep Albert in so I can grind him. Grind his additions and Dragoon level up.
Catastrophe 0 PHE games. Rose. Wolf's Tail. I'm doing, well, honestly crap, but I'm vining to LOD stream. Wolf's Tail. Haskell.
What's going on? Why are you feeling, crap? That on. Correct. Should be right. Okay.
Wolf's Tail. Woke up to a migraine, followed by stomach cramps and runs. It's been a rough morning, lol.
Yeah, I get migraines a lot. More common than headaches. Oh, I probably should have put a hand shield in the back.
Catastro 0 PHE Games. Got a migraine RN as well. Wolf's Tail. Rib. Catastro 0 PHE Games. Not a fun time.
Gotta be the screens that we're always looking at. Okay. We need to add limits to ourselves, but of course we don't. Oh, I should switch Albert's edition. Remind me to do that.
Wolf's Tail. Headache meds go a long way. My best friend introduced me to the wonders of headache medicine. I used to just take Advil, which was usually enough but not for migraines.
Yeah. Yeah, I just take a regular Tylenol, and it should be like great later.
Catastro 0 PHE Games. I take like 2 Advil every other day usually. Catastro 0 PHE Games. Cause I get them so often.
See what?
Wolf's Tail. That stinks. Hope it's not a serious underlying condition. I know people can get them often from stressful jobs or school.
Oh, I didn't mean to. And sure, whatever. Nice to go over the most powerful spell.
Catastro 0 PHE Games. It's part of a sinus condition I have.
Nice.
Wolf's Tail. I feel you on sinus issues. I have regional allergies. AKA, I'm allergic to something so common it's basically everywhere, like grass. Allergy meds every day or you nearly suffocate when lying down. Catastrophe 0 PHE Games. Do you have all your Dragoons maxed out?
Not yet, just Albert needs to be maxed out. That's why I let anyone pick anyone else.
Wow, that's awful. Catastrophe 0 PHE Games. Sorry to hear that, wolves.
Nice. Okay, by this point I'm guessing Albert's edition. Next.
Wolf's Tail. It's rough. The silver lining is potentially I can move somewhere that won't trigger my allergies.
That's good, just in case. Fuck off.
Wolf's Tail.
I can't defeat this thing.
So what kind of run are you doing with Lod?
Well, it's an endurance mode. It's hard. It's Psychronix' hard mode. Then plus, which is bosses get stronger as they get weaker. And defense has been multiplied by 10. Which is basically endurance mode. Definitely creates a lot of more thinking involved when your enemies survive a lot more longer. What the hours are on this thing? Oh, come on.
Catastrophe 0 PHE Games. Is this the best place to grind out XP in this part of the game?
Well, pretty much the dungeon that you're currently at is always as, because they got the most experience in gold.
Catastrophe 0 PHE Games. Always thought it was the Dragon's Nest. Wolf's Tail. Sounds rough. Imagine with X10 defense it's harder than Hell mode. Wolf's Tail.
In a way.
BRB.
You know what to expect anyway with hard mode, but a bit more tricky. And with bosses, it's definitely a little bit trickier too. Let's potential back. Here we go.
Catastrophe 0 PHE Games. The increased speed must save you hours of time.
Yeah, it does. Actually, let's take a look at the game time after we do this battle, because there has been a lot invested so far in game. It doesn't actually reflect my playthrough. It could. Certainly I die at some bosses, but get the idea. Oh. Frozen SP. Good. Hope this healing will provide some. Oh yeah, I've got light sync. Second.
Wolf's tail. There and back.
Nice. Just trying to get rid of these guys. Yeah, it takes a special transformation to get rid of these guys, too. Oh, if any of you have any questions about everything here, feel free to ask. I'm a source of knowledge on this.
I have to split. hope the rest of your grind goes good, love sign.
I hope so too. Thank you, Wolf's Tail. Come back soon, eh?
Catastra 0 PHE Games. Question: have you ever played The Outer Worlds?
I don't think so. What do you ask?
Catastra 0 PHE Games. I bought it recently and I am trying to decide whether it's worth my time, lol.
Ah, have you been playing it?
Catastra 0 PHE Games. It's kind of semi-boring RN at the beginning, so I'm a little worried about it.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but if anything, just look at the rate of the reviews, and if they say if it's worth it, then might as well go along with the adventure, but at your own pace, I guess. I mean, do what's fun. Probably gonna have to go back, get some items.
Catastra 0 PHE Games. It's got insane reviews, like 10/10 everywhere, so I'm hoping it's worth it in the long run.
Yeah, I'd say games that have like a rating like high as that, it's always worth your time. It's gotta be a game genre that you gotta be into.
Catastra 0 PHE Games. It is. It's an RPG game, which is my favorite genre.
That's good. RPGs are my good too.
Catastra 0 PHE Games. Made by Obsidian, the same company that made Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah. Nice.
Catastra 0 PHE Games. Okay, got another question. Is Lava your favorite game of all time?
Not really, but it's close. Probably my favorite all time. I wonder. at this point, it's probably got to be Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest XI-S more specifically. It's a turn-based JRPG. Got a stellar story, memorable characters. And someone that you can and you can live with guys. So that's one of the pluses for me. But other than that, the game is so much fun. There's so much stuff that you can do on there. You can do at least 100 hours into it. Stellar game.
Catastra Zero PHE Games. Ah, okay. I've heard of Dragon Quest but never played it before.
It's really good.
Catastra Zero PHE Games. Which platforms is it on?
PC, PS4, 5, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch.
Catastra Zero PHE Games. Oh really? Alright, I may have to look into it then.
There's like a 10-hour, 20-hour demo online, so you should probably try that first. Yeah, it's a very long demo. And you can get up to 4 characters in the party by the time the demo ends. And also, you can transfer your save data from the demo onto the full game if you decide to get it.
Catastra Zero PHE Games. That's cool. Okay, I'll check out the demo then before committing.
Nice. Yeah, always a good idea. Demos are really rare anyway to try. Of course you would. Nice! Albert Dragoon leveled up. Catastrophic Games, do you want me to change the characters at all? Since Wolves or Tails are not here.
Catastra Zero PHE Games. Have you found this run to be a challenge so far? I feel like Drake will be a hard boss.
Yeah, considering that there's a lot of shit in the way. You got abnormal attack and abnormal defense, so that will take a while.
Games. I'm fine with the party you have, so up to you.
Alright, I have to go back to get items, according to kind of potion. All magic after his death dimension.
Catastra Zero PHE Games. Minecraft music.
I know. Alright. Yeah, the music I got in my library here are games that I played, or TV shows I've watched too. Nice. 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 Always crashes after I transform out of Dragoon. Or is it when I transform into Dragoon? Whatever. And some breaking news in about Lytton. The town that was on fire that I was talking about a short time ago at the beginning of the live stream. Apparently 90% of the village has been burned. Lytton, the population of 250 people, which broke the all-time Canadian record for high temperatures at 49.5 degrees Celsius, has burned to the ground. Bad situation. Gonna share this article in my news. Turn on desktop light. Hey Google, set desktop light to white. Oops. total playtime we have here, 63 hours coming up here inside the game. At that point, we would have been done chapter 3, I think. Have any of this stuff? No, not right now. Here we go! Nice. If you look at the top right there, kind of smoky situation right now. All due to the fires around in this in the province. Not you again. Nice. Ah, shoot. Whatever. Whatever.
Typhoon.
How much SP does Albert need? Still quite a bit to go.
¿Cuándo, mo?
Yeah. Nice. What? Getting tired. 64.5 hours on this so far. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm starting to lose concentration. I'm tired. Alright, that was part 12 of Legend of Dragoon Endurance Mode. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Catastrophe Games, Wolves Tales, and all of you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Spark, and I'll see you guys next time.